presented by Ninjas in Pyjamas. I feel like Ultra Prime almost want to kite back a little bit more. They are happy to soak up the engage that NIP is going to throw at them, whether it's with things like this Ezreal, a little bit extra damage down, but Leaves able to pop both summoner spells and keep himself alive. The Ultra Prime bottom lane, getting off to a good start.
Summoner spell advantage and wave push going over to UP. Ezreal Braum, quite a strong level 1. And oh boy.
Joshua is going to flash forward, hitting level 2. They have to be careful though, because Nio is here. They got to burst down Leave as quick as possible. The last auto attack from Baya is going to secure first blood. But now it is Nio in the area. He flashes into the brush to make sure he gets that vision, gets the kill on Baya. The stun will land on the Joshua. The healing going to keep him alive. Nio gets himself a double kill and punishes the UP bottom side.
The red buff, the triumph, the passive. For Nio and a rinse and repeat mid. The cat still has flash. This should be a guaranteed kill.
Saber, nice job walking. Niket misses the Q, but the crash down's still going to land. Combined with that seismic shove, should be enough to take Saber down. Jinhao not really able to do anything about it as NIP claim those feats of warfare.
They can see how hard it is
for to be finding some value here. Niket making a run to the top side and forcing a flash from Zhang.
I mean, I'd love for Niket to find a spear. It's like he's a pacifist. I don't think this is exactly the plan that's expensive. I would have brought Saber up and just sacked the bot camps and bully balled this one away. Instead, they lose 2, and now NIP, they don't give a flying crap about this last one. They're going to pick it up just because they can.
Yeah,
they find a fight now, too?
Go forward. Ultra Prime playing between the lines of going aggressive and backing away, and it ends up potentially biting them. However, the True Shot Barrage lands on the solo kill. Jinhao picks up the first kill of this fight, and then flashes away as Nio does the same over the wall. Now 4-3
coming.
Overall opened up here for Ultra Prime. Leave on the way, but not going to be able to close that gap. So Ultra Prime do get a kill back, but NIP control all 3 grubs.
I thought the fight was going to miss after the equalizer from Zhang. He is flashless, and that should be the target to set up the 3-talon strike into the Talia flip.
Yeah, Weaver's Wall comes out. You notice Leave. He's been blocked out by Zhang, but Niket's going to go forward anyway. Land the knock-up onto Ezreal. He has to flash away, but look at that equalizer in a really good position. Zhang going to pick up the first kill on Niket. Leave finally arrives. Will it be in time? Going to be able to dish out some damage on Junhao, who's now going forward. The Dragon's at 1,000 HP, and it will be secured by Nio with the smite.
Zin?
Second Dragon of the game now claimed here for NIP. Leave going to go forward with the Killer Instinct. Saber in some trouble and will drop. It's a double kill over to the Kaisa, and NIP win themselves the fight.
The Sundered Sky value for the Xin Zhao there huge, as Nio had that item completed, utilized it to get that effective health pool back up, get the dragon, get the fight, in spite of a good equalizer from Zhang in that fight. Was the best team that didn't make playoffs in Split 1 here for the LPL. But they did not look that way in Split 2 until Nio came in and really turned that team around. Now is Zhang going to do his best
here, but the rest of the team's going to be able to do something onto Zhang. 3-man dive underneath the bot tier 1 is going to get themselves kill number 6.
And this is kind of what I was talking about with the Braum pick. Like this Braum-Wukong combo, I've seen a lot of teams
as I say that, they're going to be able to control this Rift Herald very easily, taking it effectively on spawn. So a big win for them in that department. They even up that objective counter. However, it will be NIP securing the first turret and giving themselves the feats of strength in response. Prime trying to generate some pressure in the mid lane. They got a wave crashing in just a little bit. Some resets are coming through though, and that means that Doinby is able to claim his top lane tier 1.
Yeah, they got tier 1 and they actually got Kai'Sa Rageblade. I think NIP wants to fight now. Doinby has an empowered TP. We'll see if he casts it. Gonna jail Rumble for one more.
Can't really do anything about it at this point. Have to try to rely on some of that scaling that we talked a little bit about in the pre-show.
I also really hate playing Braum the Talia. This is like a personal beef that I have that I think a lot of teams are sleeping on. It's really tough to interact with the rocks. It removes a lot of W angles for you as Leave going to have to Killer Instinct out of here.
Oh, he has his flash at the cleanse. Going to have to use both of them. Gets away from the Glacial Fissure. Fancy footwork here for the NIP bot laner, as now Nio is going to come in with a little bit of both with the Weaver's Wall as well to try to block out the rest of Ultra Prime. And in goes Niket from out of nowhere with a 3-man Magnet Storm, taking Junhao down. Xiaosha going to be the next to follow. And now the mid-tier 1 is merely an obstacle for NIP to avoid and go forward into. 2 kills for nothing off of the huge play from Niket.
Have to burn the cleanse to get out of that empowered rune prison. And Niket, love how he played with vision, saw Leave W in. I think if he communicated it a wee bit better with Doinby, it could have been a triple flick to follow. And speaking of follow, we get back out of the map. That's a solo kill by Solo Kill on the Zhang.
In a 2v1, by the way. Saber TP'd in. They try to kill the Gwen.
Okay.
And end up Uno reverse carding him. And another situation of winning top lane and bot lane, Cubby. NIP get themselves that kill up there. And they also take the Otacon.
You know, Grapes, as the astute recent college grad you are, that also clocked out of a job, you know, watching my Cubbies lose before we started this LPL broadcast. You had a very astute observation before we started off this game. It involved the schedules that we had. Do we share with the audience what we saw in our built-in schedule?
Our built-in schedule? Oh,
it had to do with start.
I'm saying you don't play enough, or maybe it doesn't matter as much as.
You know, the new patch is hitting soon. That's when I practice tool the new AD and see what she can do. As Yunara is actually quite fun in the live ladder right now. A little bit more fun to talk about these than the games we have. Of course, AL versus BLG. This is a nice appetizer for what could be a bloodbath there. Frankly, favoring AL in that one as Junhao.
Oh, nice seismic shove combo off of the engage from Niket, but there's not a lot of follow-up after that. Nayo pops the crescent guard, but solo kill coming in on the flank. That needlework's gonna do a ton if it finds the right targets, and leaves dashed in on Abaya. That's a 2-level lead, and a dead Ezreal after the fact. Gonna be a 1-0 in favor of NIP. They're gonna run straight down the mid lane to try to pick up some more, and if they don't find a kill, well, they'll surely take this tower instead.
Yeah, they've already secured the Drake, kind of secured the inner. We'll see if they move to the Baron that spawns here in 15 seconds. Could also take a red buff on the way out if they want to. As NIP, not only do they find a successful fight, I know it only leads to one, but look at the tools used versus the tools available. Flashes up on next time around we see that fight, because with no flashes available, they aren't going to be able to escape the next one, especially going up against that Rywise completed on Doinby.
And that next time might be right about now, as that Baron's been started up. You know, Sabres hit 16, Bias hit 2 items, but the rest of NIP just seemed like they're a little bit too strong. The Shoe Shot Barrage does not find a steal, and Ninjas in Pyjamas have themselves a Baron. They're the one wearing purple for the next 3 minutes.
King v King matchup. Oh, Doinby.
Finding that nice 2-man engage, leave going in and taking down Zhang with the killer instinct. Another 2-0 in favor of NIP, and they're not done just yet. Trying to chase down the remaining members of Ultra Prime. Nayo's getting a little bit low, but Baye is caught out without any summoner spells. It's 2 more going down, and NIP with only Saber alive are going to try to close out this game 1.
Said that on paper we expected NIP to be the team to beat in Group Nirvana. They were bested by the actual team to beat based on what we've seen with the eye test so far in EDG yesterday. But giving Ultra Prime a taste of that same treatment they got from the top dogs in Group Nirvana as NIP looking to get back up towards the top of the standings.
Xiaosha and Saber gonna get engaged upon as NIP try to pad those KDAs a little bit, get themselves a little bit extra gold before the eventual Nexus falls. A 27-minute dominant win.
On Alistar, Jarvan, and Varus, everyone to hold people in place to hit that Echo W. It is an insanely powerful spell if you are able to connect with it. Actually, can kind of see the theory here for Echo.
Be able to help space out for their new AD carry. Again, maybe had some trouble with that, and both of our mid laners have hit level 6. Xiaosha come with the headbutt pull, but Doinby's throwing out the Arcane Storm, and Nayo in to dish out a couple of damage as well. EQ Flash will land onto the Lee Sin, and Junhao's come to party. The Saber Echo is trying to pick up the first blood, but it'll be taken down himself as the Cat comes to the rescue. John coming in from the bottom lane to make sure it's a 1-for-1, and the Flag and Drag going in from Junhao to try to land a little bit more damage onto the Cat. He used the Grand Entrance to get on out of there. And a chaotic skirmish around the mid lane yields.
Because Cataclysm into Echo W, that's a pretty sound way to secure a kill.
It's gonna be a fun combo to watch later on, especially if you can burn the flashes, as you mentioned, off of this Victor and the Jhin. Nayo, though, coming in to do a little bit of damage onto the bot lane here of Ultra Prime. Baya getting helped out a little bit by Xiaosha with a really nice pulverize, and it results in the Ket going down with the help of Junhao. So Ultra Prime punishing the attempted gank here from
Bat, which let's the bait one did, the brick one does not.
Feet of bricks. What do we call the monster slaying one? There's got to be something here. Can that be combined with an emote as well?
Scion, as much as York's Q got nerfed, and that is your bread and butter ability, so that's a pretty big deal. As posturing over the red buff, this is a little scary.
No parallel convergence available. The Cat's gonna go forward, but he gets instantly chained down by the Chain of Corruption. And Saber claims that Feat of Warfare over for Ultra Prime. Curtain Call and Arcane Storm already used. And that means UP have an opportunity to go straight forward again. Parallel convergence is going to find Doinby. Not enough chip damage yet onto him as he's a Chrono Shift away. But overall, you're gonna be very happy about that if you're Ultra Prime.
Good Echo gameplay coming out from Saber there, and you can see what happens when the winning formula for Ultra Prime in the early game. As we have seen a couple of opportunities where they've been able to get on top of NIP and deliver the damage, especially to Niket's Rakan. Doesn't feature the tankiness quite like the picks we were teasing earlier on. It could be played in the Alistar, like the likes of a Leona. I don't think it's exactly a Leona game I'd advocate for, Graves, but still, Rakan and Echo is a little tricky. Making good use of that pick again for Saber and taking advantage of the cat not having as many picks in Fearless and not taking a champion that is good in Echo. Maybe not being quite as familiar with it too.
He's gonna go in for a play here onto Xiaosha as Ultra Prime. Maybe gone a little bit too far forward to take down this mid lane tier 1. Xiaosha flashing away with that Unbreakable Will onto him. Sure he survives, but now NIP get themselves a timer in the mid lane after they've already taken that top lane tier 1 and got a big chunk on the tier 2.
Ultra Prime, I mean, this map, it doesn't feel like the Echo into Yorick is the answer. And I think that if I'm Ultra Prime, I want to get Saber playing into the Victor. Because for me, that's how they can play out this stage of the game. Like, send Jarvan into the Victor lane and see what happens to actually take advantage of this Echo pick. You can use to blow up something like a Victor. Instead, playing into the Yorick takes a lot of time to clean up those ghouls. Sion doesn't scale quite as hard, and, well, Victor gets free time with the turret, and that thing just gets deleted by Onivia down there. As NIP have secured a nice little gold lead coming into the... All right, Ultra Prime. At Yorick, that's a level 2 Maiden.
Flash
pretty
away
healthy
initially, but the stun combined with the flag and drag should be enough. It's going to be Baya getting a kill in the mid lane as well as he must have stepped too far forward. They didn't even use the Chain of Corruption. It was just probably a knock up into a Sion ulti that results in the Jhin picking up his first death of the game.
Didn't use any sums either for leave. And will be mid-outer falling. That's a bit of an unforced error from NIP as that gold lead they just had swings right back into the hands of Ultra Prime. We're going to stick around and try and knock down this mid-outer and should be able to do so on this next wave.
See if NIP have anything to say about it, but it should just be Ultra Prime getting a chance to extend their gold lead and take down their second tower. As you mentioned, a couple more autos are going to do it. Jong gets the final kill credit.
Get back to the Dragon, say thank you very much. It's going to be soul point all for us, uncontested.
And now, might even caught out Niket again, who was trying to do a little bit of scout duty, able to use that grand entrance away. He picked up a summoner spell smite. He was...
I feel like those eagles were not good, but he made a lot of them.
Made a lot of them. Some hits, some misses. Is kind of how this game's been going right now for NIP. Looking for plays, not able to find all of them. As Nio on this Lee Sin, not necessarily as impactful, I should say, as maybe we were hoping for.
It's the 3 AD, obviously. It's definitely not the champ. It's...
Oh. Now we got Doinby caught out by Jong, I should say. Decimating Smash going to be flashed away from it. The Arcane Storm has come out. Does chunk down Jong to a decent amount of HP. Deadly Flourish not going to connect though, so NIP just doing enough to regain control of their own jungle.
Jong feels like it's rang true. As the Sion ult pretty much just been a dinner bell.
Ooh.
They don't know they're spotted.
Finding that blind spell right there. Nio going for the flash play, but Baya with a nicely timed flash of his own. He's going to make sure the insect does not connect it. Instead, it'll be Nio going down. Knockup lands on Olive as well. It's going to be a slaughter in the mid lane in favor of Ultra Prime. 4 members of NIP are down as Ultra Prime now have the opportunity to push down the mid lane and then even go for the Baron afterwards.
I don't think we won because of the Echo, but the fact that Echo, I believe the first competitive lock-in of Echo we've had since 2022. What I saw from Elk Battery. It's going to find a win here in the LPL. Again, I kind of like the angle for it. Can definitely actually push and pressure Victor a little bit. And while we didn't see it in the 1v1, we did see it hold true in the 5v5. Ultra Prime going to push it to a game 3 here, Grapes.
It's 5 seconds on Nio. They're just going to end the game. Baron not even necessary in just the same amount of time as game number 1 was won by NIP. Ultra Prime bounce right back and are going to send ourselves...
Called out Smolder. No Green Tree, no Fleet, and no TP. It might just be an early exit to dodge out on the early laning prowess of the Lucian.
Reset. Here goes Saber, though. The Valkyrie's massive, and he's able to get one back to him. It's a 2-for-1 in favor of UP as they can go right back to the grubs and finish him off.
So, we talked about how we might have liked the Smolder with his big front line to fire off the Qs later on.
Attack is going to seal the deal. Jungler for Ninjas in Pyjamas goes down as Junhao is running the Rift.
Spent a lot of time talking about Nio, how we felt like it was an upgrade for NIP coming in, but Junhao, his Nidalee, a pick to be feared that we have seen earlier on in this LPL year. putting it to damn good use here against Nayo. I think Junhao has been the strongest performer all year for Ultra Prime and has looked good today. As, man, Ultra Prime, again, really looking to threaten a series win here against NIP Grapes. Solo kills and back sack of gold for enemy teams. It was minimal in between, and Solo Kill did come in, was able to provide a spark. It was quite nice for NIP in their split too, but yeah, I think you said it best, Grapes. Zhang's gotten the best of him today, and that's it has been Zhang. I know coming in the start of the year, Kelsey was pretty impressed by his play in LCP. Molecule pretty hyped about this player as well, and we just haven't seen that Zhang emerge in LPL. Hasn't given us a lot of reason to be excited.
And it's always difficult to see, you know.
To the point, pretty easy to understand. Maybe take that one home for you.
It's another LS like terminology thing.
I don't know if that's LS, but you know, maybe I'm just trying to be LS. I mean, I think terminology in the game, it's useful for me when it provides more clarity.
Yeah. And
isn't unnecessary for me because of how quick and snappy this is, and that teams sometimes use it to respond. I think it is really helpful. Yeah.
No, it really gets you the amount of information. Like, that's the number of waves you need to like put it back to neutral, right? Like, and that's
exactly
the amount of time that you have on the map. 30 seconds or so
+1
per wave that comes in. Like, that's kind of what you're dealing with by having certain, you know, waves in certain positions, which of course is very important at this point in the game specifically when there are major objectives.
Being able to maybe get a Q or two more off behind. So I'm with you, Grapes. I think it's actually a pretty good draw for NIP. Play for bot outer.
Threat. Leave did just hit his power spike. That's 225 stacks. And the Spear
That's early.
So we are at a position now where this Smolder really can come to party.
For me, they got Leave's flash. I think it's worth.
Like mega brain,
unironically.
like I think it was an accident.
It might have been, but the Smolder is now flashless, Grapes, and we take those. This is what we call playing athletically on the Rift, all right? Sometimes you just have to enter the flow state and make the athletic plays. It's good and bad, but at least we have the super blast cones to make sure that, you know, the athletes are able to do even crazier things on Summoner's Rift.
Was that athletic? That feels like a...
Italy, Lucian, Corki threat of melting this one down. Very real for NIP. That said, I do like the game state where they're able to play in the side lanes and stretch the map a little bit, because I think funneling resources into something like a Corki can be very useful later on, as he's going to completely overtake the Galio in scaling. Frankly, it's already happened, but again, Corki scales insanely hard throughout a game.
Saber, very powerful. He's going to have to be like the major carry for Ultra Prime.
Yes.
They want to have any chance of winning this game and then winning this series.
He went with the map build, so it's a bit of a bummer early on. I'm still a Trinity Force Corki enjoyer.
Oh, yeah.
Uh-oh, Leaves flashless.
Durability. You got,
he didn't walk out
that
right.
Flash. He's going to get all outed there by Zhang. Nice teleport play. Seeing him on full vision means that now Ultra Prime can absolutely start this Baron up.
That brother's just got to walk towards his mid-inner turret. Instead, he goes for the top inner one. Great TP by Zhang, who continues to be a standout for Ultra Prime in this series, and that's Baron secured.
And so it was NIP starting to claw back into this one, Covey. Back in favor of our underdogs. Ultra Prime trying to win their first series of is going to be the most important thing, and right now we are seeing that from a player like Zhang. However, now NIP in a bit of a tough spot as Ultra Prime kind of having the experience advantages on top of everything else. And the scaling for NIP, you know, they have the Smolder, but other than that,
gotta get
Ultra Prime
resets.
Controlling everything at this point.
Yeah, I mean, scaling, Smolder scaling is one thing, getting Viego resets is another. Their fight, I think, still entirely relies on Viego landing the resets. Something that, to be fair, Smolder can set up and their comp can do. So I think that, again, NIP's comp grouped up as 5. They have Team Fear, and yoinks away that blue buff. That's Oprah to everyone in the team. So free blue buff for everyone. Shout out to Junhao.
Ultra Prime right now looking to continue the push even though Baron buff has just now expired. Doinby trying to defend on his own. Now is joined by Nayo. Actually going to go in onto Baya. He's just going to get solar flared and taken out by Junhao. An over-aggressive play by the captain of Ninjas in Pyjamas as he just underestimated the damage that squad could put down on him.
Xiaoxia came from Fog too, so definitely was trying to engage that one with knowledge of the Leona potentially not being there and able to one-shot him. But yeah, overforced, overplayed by Doinby, and the siege will continue now. Smolder can't defend this one. Xiaoxia going to threaten a Hex Flash over the wall. Doesn't take it, but that creates enough space to make sure that the top inner turret does indeed fall. Resets coming out for Ultra Prime, and NIP looking for ways to break this. Seems like they're starting to run out of answers.
Also keeps you tanky.
Yeah. Serpent's Fang, probably not.
Okay.
Wait, they
NIP
found
gonna go for the
Baya.
engage. They found Baya, shutting him
Reset.
down. Nayo
no.
jumping forward with the Heartbreaker, and now Ultra Prime are in a whole load of trouble. Xiaoxia will fall as Juno uses the blast gun to try to escape, but now Leave is here, landing that bomb onto him, sending him with half HP. 2-0. The bot lane for Ultra Prime find themselves overstepped.
Beautiful public execution from Solo Kill, connects on the Lucian, and if Lucian gets caught like that with Flash and Culling available, wasn't able to use up to you. Can be tricky, and the items late for Lucian is better on him, given he's a raw auto attacker. That's oh my god, he found Saber.
This time it's on the Saber, the Corki. Gonna get taken down. No. The flash over the wall from both of them. Juno goes golden, and NIP have found back-to-back engages off the back of their top laner. Solo Kill finding yet another opportunity. That's gonna be a Baron for Ninjas in Pyjamas.
This is not the manner of which I wanted to see Ultra Prime. One of your two marksmen missing. That's not a winning formula.
No, absolutely not. First it was Baya, now it is Saber. He's still dead for another 10 seconds, by the way. That's going to be in at least...
Take Dragon on the exit. Given that Soul's on the table, take that one away from Ultra Prime. Right call from NIP. Removes one of the win cons for Soul. Regardless of what Soul spawns, a Soul is still a Soul. Grapes make you a lot stronger on the Rift, so... Dragon will be picked up. A little bit of insurance policy there. And Ultra Prime, I just want to see a setup where, again, Corki Leona, or Leona Cassante standing in front of the Corki Lucian, I think is what we're looking for. We don't want to see this Corki Lucian get caught. Public execution to correspond you in the back, but...
Play a little safer this time around. If you're Saber or your
better
Baya,
setup.
again, just... They are the difference maker. I mean, specifically Saber. Him getting caught out there was just
range that Leave has with the stacks that he has, now at 450 stacks. And this is pretty significant damage in range. Lucian Corki cannot approach the wave. Tower falls, and Baya eats 2 Qs and drops to below half HP.
Ask Conan, get himself out. That's a big cooldown. No longer available for Ninjas in Pyjamas. So Ultra Prime might feel inclined to start this one up.
Public execution was the ability that warped the last couple of fights the most from Solo Kill. And he's not going to get this one back for the Baron Skirmish.
Baya jumping forward a little bit, but he gets instantly punished. Look at the burn damage that's going on top of him right now. Gonna have to be that E-shield to try to save, and the mob comes out. Baya's at 300 HP. He barely got to do anything in this fight. He's already got to head back to base. Or might not even get a chance to, though. The solar flare comes out from Xiaoxia. Niket looking to try to chase him down. Flash forward on to Xiaoxia. Here's the hero's entrance. That will be the Leona falling. And that means NIP can now retreat back to the Baron themselves.
Does Junhao go snipe the Soul? I think this just ends up being the answer. I think they're going to snipe away the Soul. There's a TP coming in to maybe try and deny it.
It'll be very hard for Solo Kill to do this on their own. So now NIP's choice is to just secure the Baron at the hands of the Soul. You normally don't like this trade, Cubby, but you might have to do it at this point. Unless
I think
Solo
they win
Kill
the game
can do anything about it. He jumps into the Dragon Pit. Public execution is flashed away from Saber. They're still going to go down regardless. Here comes that Keeper's Verdict. It's going to be Juno securing the Soul, but it comes at the cost of their mid laner, as the Baron's also picked up for NIP.
These fireballs are hitting damn hard, in Ultra Prime put on the back foot ever since Leave hit that 225 mark. He's at 555 now. And looking at this game.
40 minutes into this one. Saber's down for another 30 seconds, but the health bar is not necessarily on Ninjas in Pyjamas' side. Baya jumps forward with the culling, sending Doinby to 25% HP. And somehow in a 4v5, despite 500...
And he just sold his boots. He sold his boots for a GA.
Oh, man.
Okay.
2 Qs are going to kill him, so you might as well try to get an extra life, I suppose.
He's got no movement speed now. If they can find him, they could space him really hard.
Jong even doing some damage or taking some damage, I should say, is now Baya is going forward on the Doinby. He hits the flash away. Baya nearly taking him down. He does. Doinby will fall, but now it's Saber getting targeted on the backside of things. NIP get caught.
NIP still has a really nice pocket. They're not spotted here.
Junhao, though, he gets targeted. Public execution from Solo Kill will find its mark again. And Lee picks up kill number 6 for him on the day. Mom coming in on Abaya. Not enough to chunk him enough to secure that Guardian Angel being taken down, but NIP are going to be happy enough about it. Cannon Minion, not enough to make sure that Tier 2 tower dies just yet, but NIP will hover around it to make sure that this objective does go down.
Pay that Cannon Minion, man. Aggressive TP. This could be punished if Doinby gets here in time if they want to.
Jong joining the fray. We've eclipsed the 45-minute mark of this game at number 3. 10 seconds on this Elder. Ultra Prime know that they have to go for it. If Nayo and Niketa decently chunked HP bars, this might be a decent opportunity for them at this point. But as long as Leave is alive, as long as Leave is able to fire abilities, it is going to be a tough time for Ultra Prime to go forward. Solo Kill is found Baya again, but this time he will escape a little bit with the dash. Solo Kill dashing him forward onto him, but Baya does a lot of damage. He's able to get one back, and the Guardian Angel has been procced, but Ultra Prime will not be able to rejoin his AD carry. It'll be Leave picking up another, and they'll make their way towards the Elder in a 4v4.
It's really bad conditions for Xiaoxia. Even, I mean, that Nidalee heal was actually just huge for Leona. But I think the important thing, Leave has both summoner spells available. And we've seen what these smolder Qs can do.
Mom's up in 5. That ultimate ability will once again be at his disposal. Going to be with the Justice Punch, not finding anything. Xiaoxia very chunked at this point. The Mom not finding a whole lot, as neither team really wants to flip this Elder. So they're letting it hit. And right now, that's an advantage of Ultra Prime. Nayo in the mist, looking to maybe find a stun, find some sort of engage. Leave at the flash over the wall. He finds it. He gets a perfect bait, and Saber will go down. Doinby pops his on his hourglass. Jong and Junhao still in the pit. It's a double kill picked up for Leave. They'll go for Jong as well. Junhao has to try to find a miracle. They do take down Leave, but the rest of NIP are still alive. It's Jong against 3 members, with Baya not spawning for another 10 seconds. But they have to be careful around the Cassante. Nayo's still alive, though, and that's all they need. Ninjas in Pyjamas will secure themselves the Elder Drake.
That was a great find by Naket to lock down the Corki. Elder will be secured. The double TPs come back. Zhang's going to get hunted. Public execution is available.
Now, the only thing, their big carry Leave, with 641 smolder stacks, not available for this potential game-ending push. However,
25 seconds on Saber
is now in Ninjas in Pyjamas' hands. Saber and Junhao still down. It's going to be Jong and Baya to try to defend things. The Keeper's Verdict sends them back to their fountain, and then NIP will start the assault on the Nexus turrets. The first 2 have been taken down. The Nexus is now exposed. Xiaoxia has respawned, but it will be far too late, as NIP will win game number 3 and jump up to 3-1.